Right. Fantastic morning. I was here. I'm not so ya Diagua, sports are in a near Phyllis Abria Cosen on Dumio Babono, ya band and ya Boritia. Ya Bassi, Fina on some Sunny Obetia say no, and a Dacrin, Tina, ya Jaguati Simuma, who's Sunny City, I'm in super squad. Ana yaba yes Mustafa Jidina Tanasa Sanso na Vipa kwa Sari so hanamo anyasam ketwa kra now 2 AK47 a producer Nas and Tuan and Kamayaba ebe directing Kamana ye wo Basta Vimem Vogo yaba ni 0249136744 0249136744 no yaba biado message befaba na ya kan at ma wo be a part of the show and you won't me live on YouTube on Facebook baby person hwe bia no ejinemu anyasam ketwa kra Mede kejuana kasa Eric asie dubu adi emu akwaba na se ohu ma faso ya na aye Ghana aye Black Stars JC but na Black Stars pen na when the national team is in action say and you fire home the Black Queens of Ghana the patrol and the Emmanuel Afcon no chassis and so we aye kwan aye faso wish the Black Queens well entina kwan bia so no to me Ashe ye Ghana JC and Neno Kololo Adama no amayesa JC amiade ashe so yamwakwa be test mu tempa so rim side women Afcon ye be hwe no no kopie mu wo the President's Cup ya Kumasi Asante Kotoko versus Sacramento Folk and 269 wide the power mo to top less dibia kama ye hwe how that game will go tomorrow how about Accra Sports Stadium the Nigeria say dey no form and run be to dra Shatawale performing and dia but a free gate Enti obia and shen ne bobre na on man homre so ne kopie mu wo the Accra Sports Stadium. Now Chelsea through to the next stage of the competition, Fluminense through to the next stage, and no yet FIFA Club World Cup. Now Manchester can Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, you heard the obetimi qualify call. Then of course Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich. Wow, Manchester United na a bed pop verse and I want to say Mr. Compara Rosamanra. Ya do run Remu for the Thursday, but in area 1 year to Yoko Yota, on any new under server, Quenchia, Amoko Kushia, area we pa, Mommy, no that can no copimo, more years and I say. And just as new season, Ebesha say Yota going to be a very instrumental part of Liverpool. Na akwensha we baby P mo na hadwen pa. Yenu atamaster partation some no eda tables so na be discuss kakra. Then of course transfer news ahodo across Europe. We ni bebre na na yache ni kufu de bro live on Adom TV Sports Arena. Me dey keju wan kasa rekasi edu body. Yentwe homra ya ba ya beto adwumade ni so. Right. Yes, I'm live on Adom TV, showing Sports Arena. And I'm Medican Catcher, saying there's a who, yeah, a home for my na, the Black Queens of Ghana, and I tell Machi, and the directors of America, but you have one Mamuna Quaba. BBA find ye. I the radias. Kololo impressions, yes, Kololo said, Nayan Ghana, Jesse, I am Fanta Black Queens, it's in there, Yasha, the Kololo, no matter the Jesse. I say Timono, Yanti Timono. Just Yanti, Bepon FC Kurajesi and ne Natani Benya Bio Kololo. Stop it. Okrumo Deu FC. Ubenya Bio Youngs. Deu Dabiano. Deu FC. Also Krumo name.
Lashibi.
Lashibi Kru.
Lashibi no. Oh, what am I?
But he know.
I want to be.
Ufi Lashibi. I want you.
Yeah, I want you.
Natama wona Lashibi wo.
It's an usa.
Lashibi de amantem for the.
Yeah, we do. Lashibi.
Now when James are over 50. Right. I'm saying let's just let pass up. You for the sub no so chassis na fe you no fi wo wi na ya tesi me san say I hear the kwasha to bia na the yare hwawie enti the be bobu ne say to Yogo Yota wow o calculate ade na dwen ho a on tiase 2 weeks after your wedding now why operation me premier catch or say operation into them full plane until after your holidays oh yes fast na catch it the men kind of pontoon now tiase say bia pontoon yi bia aha to mo ye fast catch pontoon na pa o ma wura mu England na nka o ma timi appreciate na ade and say chairman americano kekeke type pa yes to wa time there say no na say the speed aye den ma so be shit on our screen is here aye car na aye sa no but my interest na car ne tie ene sani aye ayare when the mama family slacks ni agro esa me mbenya problem enti on top no car no na was no ana sani a hye omudu ani kesa hye ama nipa no kra yin huo mo ayare ho pa the time no na apai no time na pae no and da ho sa no guys me mama kwa ba
that you also be America
we any sad news at this weekend we and Diogo Jota and I just let me have a feeling say or be a very instrumental part of an slot season and I say season I ever moon and I say a team and it's a who send me akwakoto no
I mean chair for production team mean chairman so the last goal share was in the Merseyside derby for Liverpool and na Liverpool here go pa and of course Jota ebe share unfortunately say obi ni nua me in situation ni nyina no na me ya medwen wa me ntia ase kakra obi ni nua and Andre and so bo in the lower tier war I think Portugal and to san kwanhia wo yentimi bisa questions me gidie na me kram no chese nyame na de ma nyame na agie and bibie besi bia no bia nipa mu afam de entiase ba nyame na tiase but sani a okan your intro no and che bia no officially or worry on the yere omo wo mami ensa and I think 5 days to the incident no posti wedding videos ni photographs bia course so some of these players cry ma akọ na yiasi ebi nso call wedding nanka yefe and 28 years the nanka senior Portugal say he had more life ahead of him but Antonio Reyes obekai ono so akwanhia se ya no call and the science kai me about Ghana for players bia almost we film Rafael Jamina nyame fa ne currency Christian Achu ono so sa
it's you know say be mo
basa regardless of the team I support you know it will get to you because
yes on perform
nipa and to think say can kopem ye e ma jato ama nkofo be raise a lot of questions about the brand of cars and footballers they use some of them do not give you that protection car na peripods car am rent a car no and come dey corner we are no just wanna company am fan there and because then our car no why surgery into advising no e want lungs the advising is a man for flight and some of these cars na Rico I think say footballers na yeah they should look at it from that angle o talk say unya at least nya ho bompe na body pa ho ban but at least o talk na say anasa o rent a car na say o share some of these things though these cars these sports cars
flash very beautiful
speed in there this Lamborghinis na the speed in there be ko but in case of the unfortunate no say car be a bit protective there are these SUVs near there I'm not advertising for any car brand but luxury be at the speed na everyone's about double protection enti I didn't dey say na can be unfortunate but I'm just hoping say nyame be man baby palma ne kra atimi see because Eriko nobody thought of it call join pre-season nobody thought of it
very sad
unfortunate nyame fa ne currency only ni nua be man
very very sad issue sometimes when we do then you realize that football cranya way these are moments I say you need supporter of individual class it's like we are all supporting sports and run come we na me so many obedi me say me who dey nti Land Cruiser ho ha me kwakoto sa aka go do class no sometimes yes death is inevitable whichever way ebeba no in Islam mpo de obi wu ayembisa say dey na ku no yani yembisa because we believe that eden a obewu ha nti ho na ku no ho na mi an kon wo yabo ne dua in Islam we don't do that heading some of these cars no I am at Benny Land Cruiser Prado jina ho they are 2024 model now we say we overtaking we see accidents I see politicians call campaigner we say cars na mo they get accident all the time journalists, they tell them, "You're fan by bunting." There are people who die, even journalists who follow Momutu.
Yeah.
But we don't talk about it. But I ain't such cars. We must win accident to man. Share money per. That cars women are flashy cars. Nobody didn't think $2 million, $3 million. Cars win your papa bia. I was asking somebody, and a car win to win accident mobile. Because the work cars in the boy then. I thought saying accident to be.
It depends on the magnitude, how I don't know, impacting.
And as I can know the way yeah no. Eh dear, yeah can nka enyesa. Just our time aso. Ebia, thank you. Enyesa.
And we are normally some sort of protection be
yeah.
Enye bibia keke. Enyesa sebi omu nim politicians nim nyansa na omu chusu. Land cruisers someone na so for so omu no eno no be drive.
Because of the long journeys they go and how.
And because of the safety. Cars we mu bebre we na flashy. A telephone I say, "Ka we be consequence ko be ko share tankers ma na nyam nkura."
Kumasi don't mean
Papa.
I be kawa masama.
We do masama nkura.
Be kawa.
Because cars na were firm. Because of the speed in it, you know. Omo ways be omo ye cars so.
Sports car. It's very sad. Remind me say, okay, say is it 2015? 2012 no you call London Olympics no. Olympic Games. Now France forward swimmer be you know my friend is it Kamal Mufat or Kamel Mufet. She's a lady. Omo dey ko Argentina, South America o baby so omo ko ate movie. No konya helicopter crash. Unfortunately they do. She won 3 medals London 2012. Into Omoba 2016 were Rio no. She was the highest rated swimmer. Our France, unfortunately, they are too Kobe Bryant.
So on our screen, you see I Bra de Emuno, APA, and of course, Hana ya de Bechia Busiano, na Busiana share have Emuna Bedu. There's some challenge. The sadness, ne mama will me mammy, one day.
No, I don't know. I stand to be corrected. I remember my tabloid, some Papa cry, suffered similar fate.
Yeah, from car accident.
I stand to be corrected though. But Eric, when I remember virtually breadwinners and Osha Jota, that's not kind of. Or ye player.
Wait, say yes, na Jota won ma. Nkafam ni papa ni dini is dead.
I say.
And no one on that ends the father's name.
And no tribute to Bana. He wasn't just a teammate.
No, sir.
He went beyond football.
No, because say, do this time, it's not about team will be support to be more. It's not about team will be support to be more. It's about sport. And me share use Kunde. Ne deal the Kokoto. Or no, I think the Nations League or is it Euros was a BB. No, we trap picture. I say on Markeno. And so it's like everybody Kobe Bryant will do the same thing.
Yeah.
And go beyond NBA.
Yeah. And if you remember, I think before Kobe Bryant who said, now there were arrangements on in the family. You know, they don't travel together.
Yes.
Because it be able to be a see.
And he said, "Ebi or Kobe Bia." So na yire ne man be for different flight. No no so for different one.
Yeah, I mean in 24 cry, only 24 to ground. But at Sabusu call a year be. No me be so much chabusu ni.
Many man be a omo pe traveling pa on the family or a big time man wo kroma. Ono one travel cry ne mba more than 2 grand travel. Ono kwa on a wife and na kwala baako.
Na the others no.
Na the others no. And omo nam 4. Miensa na aka no so almost on fa cambo mienu driver car baako
na penny sometimes you have that luxury
penny no kwa na driver so on driver car for commercial car
na car we na yema mo na mo soso ayema trotro ye ina ekokuma say we na mo soso be ma mo pentam ko say me train mo show is not too ntwen ko fa the other car
I engage him once and maybe say na say come asema okay the same thing okay
yeah oh telephone me
one day you know say betumi ahye
it's
and that
Eriko, bottom line I don't want to sound religious, but it's not about dying young. It's not about dying old.
Yeah.
Me GDA ni say I couldn't have an alcohol. And you see, what's national dream one? People who are earning millions of pounds sterling in a year. Millions. People who have money, who have luxury. I'm all cool.
Yeah.
I'm all cool.
And they have the money to even protect themselves in a way.
If it was transactional.
Commitment.
Say, your culture, you've been foretold. To $1 million, they could have paid. Into Niam Kwana, you cry and I dear.
Oh, sorry, I'm not part. I check and see, and I check the case in your idea amount. I was trying to be more taught from what Temu Pan. Totally so talk around a goo.
Welcome,
oh, can I some particular area you are crying? I'm taught from I will blush again. You look me, I look you, dear. What to 1.5 in a best you have one. So now for in a best
Shama, most areas are more taught.
Attitude, and
what do you call your Makola outside, cast ne lodu, and Chroma time, or more some buses beer.
Matches, or a Kaneshi.
I say, a driver no crowd with him, fin crowd. Gap a one in New Honoman, won't have buses.
Right, I'm there, response on live on Adom TV. That is the sad news. This week, I touch on a bed and Mama, I appreciate your life.
No, quite a national service, number 5, Kabi. No, quite a national service or Gushagu. Now, the woman of one from Gushao, health insurance, one of my service. Now, day now, me take Muna, me could do Tamalino. I got to Tamale 2:15. Me do no say last car, ne
2:15, I
are. Me say me data Malima de chin. Until me couple baby said meda. And fortunately, Saturday now I met Mariafi area. No, it's around the Tamale Polytechnic area. And Chow, almost friend Chow, the chief, Nabana Mekushiano. Until me ne commerce, then he took me home. So on my main quarantine hotel. The following day now me buy. I got to the station around 5:15, immediately after prayers. Then I got there. Me do another kind of Obi asuntim. Where the boba to her, where the rubber to her, where do you have to want him?
But Nipan Tikan,
Obiantim. And to me, do me, you about quite one or did a woman guy, ula. I be ultimate a mummy seat. Can't need to any mammy, Jolly Kunya. Near the sea in Finfi.
Now, Tim.
Menqua. And also, che. Obi Babet Namin chain. I couldn't have it one. But say that. Obi better me check. Before phone and number friend by me, number no de suma. Be papa je for kwase afi oko. O kwa kwa ye djuma with na wusu. Ope fi aba be. Ko di ja kwase.
Me man there. Right. I was here more remo word FIFA Club World Cup more and later on you ever heard a party issue until you ever call and Chelsea through to the next day. I'm matching Chelsea qualify Fluminense Thiago Silva story very interesting and after the game or then the guy say Kasana or Bonenia no su. At 40 years, and I heard maybe what do not say yes, well, boy, my partner, there. I remember how that also goes, and they are share and net 2 games at Barcelona, then share Fluminense, and then of course Chelsea to the next stage.
Al surprised me. Now I pictured Al Hilal Chelsea, but Fluminense, I think they almost your history. Our goalkeeper no. Or breaking Gigi Buffon record of 507 clean sheets or 44 years. And even at youth level, only Ronaldinho we need trophy. You know, clearly, no. A child the sort of great Omode tournament with him. The game Omode Al Hilal boy, no, a shock me kakra. And Makase Al Hilal was squad that they should be able to compete. Even in Europe's top 5 leagues. Or do you almost slot it somewhere in the top leagues in Europe? Al Hilal should be able to make an impact. And we saw that sort of performance when they played Manchester City. Minim says sape almost of the energy there. Because this South American side, one thing I mean who say maybe I send a cano and more cano. Maybe it's mid-season for them.
Yeah.
You know, they're already in the groove. But share the leadership and Thiago Silva, great personality.
Yeah. I mean,
great personality. Share the sort of leadership skills prior to the game. No, beyond far born fan.
Obaji.
He's even when Oba Chelsea Crano 38-39, he was still a solid player.
Crano had been.
AC, my follow Thiago Silva is one centre back. I'm a follow from AC Milan.
Yeah,
went to PSG. Came to Chelsea. He was part of the Champions League winning squad, right? Then he moved on, and even one player cry was saying, "Na team cry." Sergio Ramos, also with Monterrey. And I think, sir, look, they deserve it. A lot of talks about after the game, but the way they play, the way they are strong, the sort of players some war, and to score 2 goals against Bono, incredible, very cool. Now I was a bit surprised. I tipped Al Hilal to go into the next round, but this is football, and with Silva money leadership, let's see how far they go. Chelsea against Palmeiras. Echo, I dear Chelsea be a manager. Yes.
As a Man U fan.
As a Man United fan. But you see, sometimes, I saw the credit to whom it is due. This Chelsea team, I think the side of the draw number 1-1, it favors them. Dean Betrov, days before the game, said Chelsea might possibly make the final. And I said they will not go past Palmeiras. I also felt the team be betting also upset her. It should be Palmeiras. Because Chelsea were going to this game without one of their key players in midfield, in Moise Caicedo. But the availability of players for this Chelsea team, I think one of the driving forces for them. Great squad depth. Even at the tournament, they had in players. Joao Pedro had his debut. It wasn't bad. Kopama stepped up this dawn.
Yeah.
Now, for some time, now, you share them who. And make us 3 Chelsea players in a share goals in here. Estevao, he's on his way to Chelsea. Kopama scored, and then the other player
was an own goal.
Yeah, that own goal that came in. So, back as the contributions came from the Chelsea players.
Wow.
So it was great game.
So those are teams and young some qualify. Apart from the Hilal, no team qualify.
Chelsea did now may boy games. But once they've qualified, you cannot take the credit away from them. They've had to play tough opposition. They played Benfica. Yes, they played Benfica. And Omo Benfica, over the time at Benfica equalized here now, it would have broken a lot of teams. But the red card also helped them. In the second half, in the extra time, they took Benfica to the 4-1. So the squad.
I feel tie and answer for the idea somebody do final also.
Final the Fluminense Besham.
My goodness, those 2 games before I heard Fluminense and then of course Chelsea through to the next round.
Yeah. Al Hilal the end there now, and shouldn't surprise me. I'm more very experienced, just like Oku said. But it's an aging squad. I'm more Khalidou Koulibaly, Joao Cancelo, Munina. These guys are all in their team.
Yeah, and Rano Cancelo never seen or emotionally down.
Yeah.
And our team now, our quality is good, but you look at the age. We are one of the oldest squad that were tournament to him. Until you understand, it's a born a quality could do baby, tight legs, baby. And time before Hercules best strikers are second goal now. Now it was obvious tight legs are bomb.
Yeah.
Because this is a South American side. They also have a few aging squad. Now look at Thiago Silva there. Thiago Silva of Brazil, Ebebo FC Porto, junior team, Anfa, Okoye, Ebebo is a Dynamo Moscow. Anfa, Usanso Koye, and Sana Oba Milan. In terms of Oba Milan, no about Europe twice.
No, I've been
Nina Anfa, no call back and Sana Oba Milan. And he Okoye Fluminense from Fluminense no Deba Milano, and we Usanso call final local both any age. All you have to do when you have experienced players like this is to build a young and energetic squad around them. And to win your more younger, like let's say Ronaldo is in Saudi Arabia. On to me achieve because or more one in China and young sir. Or more one in China and shada that experienced players obaka so mbeboa no because in age you don't expect him to run. All you have to do win him the strength or good finishing. For young players to nchen ko gina top wa. Ebe wa but so body team no now ko fan kokra now ka say bia Ronaldo be magica. Ronaldo born now wa be 20 years you expect him to do magic now. The magic ni 18-yard box ni mu na mo kwalan be prepare ball na ma no nti de ya den ma wo no but pa
what the experience
I hope bet you experience many a frame Ronaldo no nti if you look at sa omo team ya omo de ba tournament ya omo a few young guys are omo ma omo shield e de Thiago Silva nti Thiago Silva no nya that lot of runs a wonim so obeye no nti why some more of a sweeper o de ball no ye sweeper mo ye anye no abe kire bra panyin no obeyi ball na free ho eba bra panyin no abe clear ball na free ho nti nkakra once they be able to organize the team in that way a support no you don't expect say you easily beat them because the experience of which and the goalkeeper
organize almost so ye
it's about organization jinaha don't move here kwa wenim me cover ma this and in tournaments like this small details and they didn't go for small details just 90 minutes you are done you know where we or then it comes to game management he has seen it all but guys Thiago Silva the biggest flaw I time will be soon work camp no and I said nkakra wakonenim from that when they play the World Cup okay so goes to World Cup I assure mo that's 7-1
and the
Maracana ni nyina ni experience as a player either so on the pitch and also and I say off the pitch it say or stance in mukra what experience be and going to this stage it is nothing new at the man especially South Americans and also level or more our competition way competition way if you take 45 games are normal but proud to enter a game now only 4 of those games and I just score more than 3 goals and you just say gap na pa ni ehunu say Europe any other continent no yes gap no bet and yet that huge say na ni ehunu no even
because of what we are seeing at the
because of what we are seeing even
no, but there's an argument say Europe for na brebre
no meba meba
and early on Vapor made a point say almost South America for no
more middle of the season
good, and so I understand in a way and I mean we at the curtains thing go you know
the so last until Argentina ever beje World Cup no 2006 World Cup for Europe 2010 World Cup for Europe 2014 World Cup for Europe 2018 World Cup for Europe all these 4 World Cups no you born in the summer when the season had ended yes me and bet now I make the argument you know but I'm on the other side you know you say for first a debate that I say for or against and against for no so be resist how issue ne say sa World Cup na mo je ya bosses in area mo bre na mo be boje ye you didn't make this argument
and in the beginning no Maka said this tournament no will test who the real champion should be because previously no Europe for no bem 2 games to
even many South Americans ni na South Americans ne be boss semi final Europe so boss semi final Africa ne
what you say
Oshini amuni ye ne bo mole na best at ya
say one difference about the national team and be a club ne say 5 year Real Madrid for example there are players who are already leaving and maybe a player to say be Luka Modric na me hwese me call AC Milan na me Real Madrid ball ha chala fi na me call club for do you think say Bob you have me call all out na me so we also the future uncertain and what ball club no ntino how no dey ho be shema ball a whole lot are coming to play compared to the World Cup. World Cup, no countries now babishia. Me ko national team wo mu gamu.
And no na more dangerous no because kwa bono e be a club so be ja okwan.
No, but you me Chelsea player that mamba. Me we pa me come back to Chelsea.
Now also awunya Chelsea, wo Chelsea ne so e be a beton just like we
with a different matter. Coach from here, coach from Craba, Avena coach no crime trying system be back. Xabi Alonso ba. Alonso Osha tournament no try sir.
Tournament.
How no experiment.
Tournament way. Apart from Auckland. Apart from Auckland for no. Our semi pro team no. every team at least
it's a professional.
Yes, live up to
it's no argument enough.
Any argument enough. Even PSG, make us say 4 games apart, I am more than 3 goal margin. It was a PSG and an Atletico game was part of it. And yeah, agree say gap on send enough first and you can say omo bro omo so bebre no and shada nyesa.
Wow. All right. That's fine.
And
the games no na Real Madrid Dortmund na face so no Paris Saint-Germain by bedu. I'm saying na go sabampa where
no game no.
Wow, I know bad.
And only game no. And can say you who that game at this level. But you see, okay, that side of the draw no cry. European teams no much Asia pa. And it's unfortunate that 2 European teams will be knocked out today. Real Madrid highly have a chance of making it over Dortmund. Now, key pointers back over Job and Jude Bellingham playing against each other.
Job back with the card.
Job had the card. You know, he will not be featuring in that game. Dortmund, I think, sir, Niko Kovac. So far, so good. Sehu Grassi.
The Bible mu aye to no ho no. Ono a. That di na dia ba we.
Say we need the ka ho.
JOBE.
Enti anya no a. My friend you.
So Oshe Kovac, he's done a good job. But one player, I'm really surprised, say the Dortmund faithful everybody, but they don't mention him that much. I don't know if it's the African in here.
Grassi. He's their top marksman.
Solid player.
Very good player.
But age in the side.
Say who is 28, 29.
No, he's around 30.
Or
30.
Or 28, 29. Say who is 28, 29. But he's been a stand-up player. How many Monterrey?
Someone will be feedback.
Yes. How many months? And even before bad, I think at Stuttgart he made a name for himself.
Yes.
Even African player of the
and he scored a hat-trick against Barca.
Yes, not a dinner and an amnosa. Dortmund, do they have what it takes to beat Real Madrid? No. Can they cause a surprise? Would there be an upset? No. I think, say, Real Madrid share a lot of goals in this tournament. One, tournament ne start here na gastroenteritis nya Mbappe nya sayare no. And omo game oba mu no. Omo last game oba boy.
But na mu kakra.
No lose weight. Anybody who saw Mbappe. Yes, obi ahun bia say. Why? But Goncalo Garcia.
So Jurassic is 29.
29.
There is 6.
Oh, he's high. When you money. Goncalo Garcia.
When you 30
Next year match.
Is this year?
Next year
match.
This year no nya 29. Goncalo Garcia. Gonzalo Garcia. I think say yeah, young players ne ba mo munyin kakra. The Raul tag no ma started the tagging or no. Look, the season.
So what's 30?
What's 30? But when him say Mbappe a fitter, he wouldn't play ahead of Mbappe.
No, but you need a good bench. And so if you are giving him this confidence, now Chinese say, "Chalebo, Mbappe body, but say Mbappe in case of emergency, you have
go and buy a striker
on a bad or good day with now, but we talk.
Go and buy a number 9 because Rodrigo." You are more Real Madrid than I am.
He's not happy.
Rodrigo is not happy. By report, never part to 2 I am. And it's clear that Rodrigo might leave.
But guy, no, what is the problem? Is it that One Alonso star Asia, which is normal,
The issue is
no, but there's not.
The issue is
it started with Ancelotti here.
The issue, you see,
but they all want to play a better in a competitive opposition.
But Mbappe ni so Mbappe ni bona mana ana Sisiano Madrid air plan say omo de Mbappe be kwa boho. They want to leave him.
Front three.
Until I say choose ni patria.
Into front three ni Vinicius, Mbappe.
And sometimes about Daniel about 4-5-3. Is it 5-3-2 or
5-3-2? No. Per what I have read, no, he would favor Mbappe and Vinicius.
Yeah.
Okay.
As the arrowheads.
Okay. But
the 500 year.
Why I say? Ebani say na Ancelotti do kra no ba be kono na Rodrigo no onya bimbo. Say they are professionals. There are so many things omumba bonten ba meka.
So we be mo kakra.
But all of a sudden it's like the young man lost his spot.
So the important games are being able.
But Rodrigo and they, me who club will be away Europe or quite one started. He will walk into everything, and he still no. I don't know.
I think that it goes beyond.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I maybe say be as a obiati BB a very BB.
From what I feel, specking on that.
From what I'm happy. Yes. From what I've learned.
In the position, no. Nanka obi antache. How did he suddenly lose that position? That because they are Madrid.
He also comes from the left.
Yes.
And his right is in a stronger foot on the right.
Yes.
So that left position alone, there's Vinicius, who is the darling boy in that.
Yeah. Okay, but who said
there is Mbappe, who also likes to operate.
But we started for front. Ancelotti started for front. Obo Vini, Obo Rodrigo, now Obo Mbappe. And then na Odebo season na started and na Odebo. And how Anna Ombo Crano, it's not that Mbappe shifted by who. Mbappe was still playing at the arrowhead. So my problem is suddenly, no.
What has gone wrong?
What has gone? Thank you.
Yeah.
How did he all of a sudden say we'll lose the position? And you say, "Bia Madrid akwa kofa, ebia Rafinha bi, anoma kwa kofa,
and Nico Williams,
and I say, ebia mo kofa, Bruno Fernandes bi no mo so almost a summit for star no."
Then the Yakwani say,
and I say Haaland
Mbappe is not around me now. I'm
Thank you.
At the moment,
I want to me problem.
Alonso set it up now. There's another Goulet who has come into the picture.
Goulet changes the whole.
And he clearly, Alonso will play with two men up front. And Rodrigo is not
the five. Actually, already over 5.
No, the 3-5 and the 3-5.
So basic, but Erico, more here striker.
Let's see how that goes.
So
take Real Madrid to win this.
Yes, they will win.
Bayern
PSG. Unim said PSG were dominant, but team at so many years so far in recent times they buy me. I don't know, but I don't feel too good about this fixture for PSG. Some would take it Bayern for granted. It might disturb them. But once again, the coaching factor with them. Luis Enrique, Vincent Company. Though in the Champions League, you know, Company was supreme in that fixture, but the dynamics have changed going into this game. And if there's something a PSG is that they want to replicate, say, when we need Champions League, I go all the way and
that would be nice.
Have won the FIFA Club World Cup.
Very beautiful.
But look, this is a blockbuster game. May sit on the fence in this case, but Metri pen slightly. I think, strangely, I'll go with Bayern.
What's over call with Bayern?
I'll go for Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich setup and it's no different from PSG setup. Bayern Munich will lead in Inter. Omuluku more refreshed than PSG. Obi will follow PSG. And there's one unsung hero our Bayern Munich team na man from Bonidi Joshua Kimmich.
But you know, in our discussions early before you go, also I was trying to remember something. You've forgotten Jude Bellingham in the Real Madrid conversation when you were asking of the front three.
What's up, Bellingham? No, back at the midfield.
No. Who was favored?
Okay.
Near Rodrigo
Okay.
And even there were points where Ancelotti opted for the two-top of Vinicius Mbappe.
Yeah, I understand.
And then you even choose Valverde to be on the right side of the midfield.
My word really say, how did he suddenly lose that spot?
Pick your.
I'll go for Bayern Munich, and I trust the system or mobile in this competition. PSG team will look a little bit tired.
They look a little bit tired.
Yes, and
they've done a wonderful season.
There's one player I team no around a month for Joshua Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich, only in the last 10 years, he's the only player season ended no one highest rating.
Yeah.
In the last 10 years, it has been Messi, and on Webber too. Then last 2 seasons, it was Jude Bellingham. So, and this is in our form. You underrate him a wow mistake.
Wow. So
I think I'll go for them, and I'll go for Real Madrid too. Especially the competition, you know. Madrid, you know, I would that feeling say Champions League, FIFA competition, biano, say you can't throw you the paper name and San Ubiaba. They've done it in the Champions League. They're more successful club in the Club World Cup and those stuff. So I think this competition is Real Madrid.
They want to win it first.
they are definitely going to win it first. That's how I feel. I feel Madrid will win the competition. Maybe with Chelsea, but you also just. I know Madrid will qualify. Madrid they better walk over the amount. Dortmund team in yet.
Wow. Walking straight into the House of Folk. Gumas and the game, President's Cup, and who send the Brinana bar, you know, a whole day or no, be said form, and who the day or I send the brave, but you share who wins it, especially who share sign is a kotokoye, and it's a House of Folk so problem with payment. I say, I see a friend of Kilentria, or the car and the bless of more harder than Muguso Tarata from one. This Ramani, or the training methods, may help video be on the 2 and you're bad. I saw the drone in a day. It was a small method. Let's see how that game go on Sunday. Now, Cham, or prediction, House of Okoroko, and even the organization of the President's Cup.
Gauka has been a white elephant. Omu organization, anchor, omu main purpose. Omu main purpose, they say anchor, omu be the welfare of the Premier League clubs. But unfortunately, some years a criminal. I'm a failure at that. I'm the organizers of the competition. And Erico, and beside me, who say, I didn't think about promotion of our game. Yen far into the faces of people.
Okay.
So when it comes to branding, say Bianca from Jubilee House, Equa to Accra Sports Stadium.
Okay.
There should be signages, billboards via a display the president's
for attention.
Yeah, I don't get it. And it's not like we don't have money in this country. More we are
those sky was sky no there
And I picked information from Philip Otuokra at the Gauka conference yesterday, presser yesterday. Almost the donations Minis Kebia Bakra, they don't want to mention names. So what is the essence of telling the pressman in the first place? It will be GD says and I can publicity in there form. And Erico, imagine say ceremonial game be Ali ne Zamalek, Dean Boame, Ebia, in terms of rivalries, Kaiser Chiefs ne Orlando Pirates. Now Boame with the African
Ali Zamalek.
Yes,
Ali Zamalek. TP Mazembe and
okay, can't go free or no?
yeah.
African rivalries derbies.
When you go to Congo, you have TP Mazembe playing almost a big derby. Forgotten more rival no. Even South Africa, more derbies better.
And I make say
more the Soweto derby and more derby.
So what point is
about 3 or 4 derbies?
And yes, sad say 2 of the biggest teams in Africa, 2 of the biggest teams in Ghana, a book game of this magnitude. I announces a free stadium, free gate. But your biggest fear, they say, will people go and watch the game? That is our biggest fear. And it is transcending from the fact that in recent times, you know, has the Kotokobokra, you know the sort of spectatorship I here. It is not there. And the game where we free gate. But we cannot sit here and say, we can say on emphasis, say, 20,000 people will be at the Accra Sports Stadium.
Oh, say, can you free Shatawale by?
We've seen Legon cities do this bit. Almost they Shataba,
when they say,
Black
Sheriff.
A lot of musicians that are now Sheriff indeed inside.
Oh, say, Satana. But in a club,
the real deal is, and you're worrisome. Say a game of such a magnitude, free, you know. Yeah, that's so earth what A B and it is because the publicity is low. Publicity near low. There is an intern or maybe I'm here Juma. He's from London. I say sad. 2 days ago, I check it. Even on the internet, open information about the President Cup. He struggled. And very cool. The product when they turned to the outside world. Even the locals are not buying it.
Oh.
It's problematic. But to the game, I feel say Didi, you see, the thing about Hearts and the Kotoko, say they don't care if it's a gata-to-gata game. And the danger is that Didi is having this game as a test game, the very first game. Bet me make it or break him.
In them form.
Yes, something decent from the support base. At least, Kotoko shouldn't have this game very easy. Like in the past, now who said Kotoko have been dominant over Hearts, and even their. I listened to an interview at Kevin Osesibe, a grantee on another platform. I say a normal. And I said, this boy doesn't know the history of the club he plays for.
Yeah, normal.
So him the history of the club as a footballer.
Maybe or can you pressure feeling also?
The player should be. You see, I don't blame them. The clubs don't give them the orientation. Into my share, players are back to clubs in England. You be so even about the history of the club. Intina, they be a DN Hendricks or say ni idol and Bobby Charlton.
Yeah.
So you understand? You should know what it means to play. Okay? Say a Monday starts game between Hearts and Kotoko.
I know they.
And
there's no friendly.
There's no friendly in this fixture. So the players in recent times, they need to be oriented with the tradition and values of the club. No more ball. You not going. Even if that is the opinion, you not put it in the public domain. A tough game for Didi. If he starts well, it will be good. Kotoko are preparing for Africa as well. I don't think that they will set up in the usual lineup. You wouldn't want to risk certain players. And I've seen games like this. I have very crunch. There was one game, I think I stand to be corrected. It was also the President Cup in Kumasi. Yeah, it rained. And I'm calling game off. Ampem Da Costa was there with Kotoko. That could be or the common Hearts player. Right after that, the game. Kotoko would not want to risk some of these players. But you new players now. Maybe you have to give them some game time to get them into shape. Interesting game. But had to folk pressure them so more. Oh yes.
Wow. Take also what's that pressure that has some more change.
Oh, pressure and that has so. I don't think so. Many of the supporters said the game will be Didi Dramani.
Oh, okay.
I don't think.
Yes, share the four.
Oh, hey, I know they are yet.
Because I follow the idea and time can say.
And no, because what your moi. Part is one because Didi contract. I know him. And I can tell you that Kotoko trainer has for a game no 4 goal about a young movie. No,
but I don't know. And women young president and a body young mobile. So we check out one therefore into the fire mobile. Come and be only your boy. Yeah, pay yourself because a young mobile. That's all. I'm telling you this.
Will be at $200.
Yes.
Greater Accra Minister also say has a for go be at $1,000.
Tell you, thousands and $1,000. Almost signed the 20,000 crack. Akoma has a for so move away into some preparing. But I like the way the ministers know Greater Accra Regional Minister, the video beer and your bad or you're going to Kujina Park so no ball shame.
Oh, let's be blunt.
No, promotion.
They should put all that in our local league.
Oh, no, I say local.
No, it's because it's with the presidency. You'll be able to say, oh, and you see,
how have you involved them? Maybe Gaka involve you. But I'm an own person sort now.
Yeah, Democracy Cup, man. Because oh, you say a class sports, it's a class sports stadium modernized or renovation was coming in. These are people. When it is about idea, it will put them into the public domain now. They just come and take the funds. After that, they go and sleep. Oh,
but who in charge of your league?
Oh, the GFA.
No, sometimes there's an association or a group who are in charge. What was Mr. Abrapia's position?
Abrapia.
Under Kosinian Techi. Yeah, TV or had in Crawford to Toso. Premier League board. Yes, I should say.
Okay, so Eriko. Well, I don't want us to go back to Nyantechi.
But this there was a Premier League board.
There was an autonomous body. Lepora, Nyame Fani Currency. He was on that board. Togbe Afede. Yes, a clubs in first camera. They said they couldn't afford the
no, I know a different discussion. There is a board on making sure the league in the course. And no, the
board is there.
And it's not the autonomous TS or
okay, so I'm getting you say the board is there. But about policies and infrastructure there is government eduma. And I'm a boy. And the body that works under it directly is the NSC.
Yeah.
The parent body is the ministry. The part of a boy, correct me. So some of these things, no, and I make us say after Democracy Cup, no, what was the narrative?
For but Democracy Cup, second edition.
What was the narrative?
Well, I didn't
yeah, but game na ebe no across post stadium no. Venue no, is it fit for purpose?
It is so far the only venue
maybe say way because Yebebo World Cup qualifier no. Okay, so close one side. Inti side no why you adwuma wi.
No, Saturday na supporters got
now.
Very good. Am I be can one side.
Until now, it was in March.
Very good.
Till now.
Inti maybe say space no. Oma ye hu adwuma wi supporters be ko wana. So omo nya hu adwuma, omo be close no na say omo be bia to. Ama manfo eteki omo life no e di akwa na. So these are questions we ask.
Now they are not Ghana ye hu nya nwanwa.
Ye hu ya nwanwa mbo. And
CAF has informed Kumasi Asante Kotoko that Baba Yara Sports Stadium cannot host the CAF Confederation Cup competition. And it's not the first time we are hearing this.
Thank you.
Every year.
When was Baba Yara closed for renovation? When was it closed?
Renovating the same tier they be a CAF.
Under Honorable Mustafa Yusuf.
Where you crab no.
One who report
Achumampo no MP no Achumampo no MP no time kra no
nti eba president cap na obi be gina
honorable Asiama ni time kra mu ye renovation kakra wo ho no me ye bi wa Accra mpo de ye bebo woman outcome 2018 no mo ye renovation penti one ade sani na na penti mamento nti the facility nankasa the state of that facility another question is here bisa kwa into the game, so I'll not go too much into the game. Another issue I say ye bisa ni say what does, just like what Koku was asking, derby no, how na you reduce derby no into match. Now we are bringing Shatawale. Imagine how much Shatawale is going to take. How much are they giving to the club? Because if you want derbies, time coach Kwesi Appiah Echo Sudan or say Al Hilal ne Ar Merrek or more ball mo derby no. Maza, don't try. So only matter for the way of me. Imagine say with that any work.
Because
Raja and Nebia so
that is for you.
Yes. And how much are you going to give him and how much are the class?
For all you know.
Anya Kasa. Shatawale will not come and
because of president.
He will not
Mama
do
paper.
Tebia Mama. Oh, president. His Excellency Afafo.
He's not the only one.
Omo bobo bia you ashemani munyamo take pass it through mama why. Kasa.
Na president won shata sa akeke.
Okay, Kasa mate. But has ne kotoko no.
Oh, that grofo me bre pem mu show so amunko ye bi ni.
Why do you think they put Shatawale on the show?
For second reasons.
To draw the crowd.
For second reasons.
Yeah, well, Mr. Wedi, game we on. Your marketing ye, your branding ye. We don't need artists to promote the game. Yeah. One share golden cake, me bow. One share golden cake. Any kotoko FA Cup no. What your numbers no? Golden cake. And we have golden cake supporters or more. Obeka say be has of four on support.
Doesn't matter how much support.
Golden cake for and so the supporters buy. One share. That game. Enti ade no ye ni ye man for be ba betwe mo bia na ada.
Na we cry trophy ni say na tie. We mo trophy no. Gold and
President Cup no. We you muntai dia no one head the
flyer you cry flyer ye enuonyam ba ko bi omo ye na president kita cup na flyer na nyi kra.
Promotion ni ye monyo.
But no vice chairperson say Charlie wo abaka promotion ni and oni Ghana. O say ko mama o say TC Bontin na ko bisa.
Promotion we ho. Mayor of Kumasi Zuba. One Dr. Mwakohene. Yeah. Ena Linda Okulu. Ewa ha. Ena ono so say we organizing the MMDC is mo na so for na di nechi. Ena omo ye bet MMDC is no. One na just omo na ha support. Fire
ko board.
Ya hwe ni rivalry ni ebegu no. Ha se ne kotoko bebo game ya na ebebie gate free a. Category A game. you Black Star free, wow, that's the next biggest game our calendar.
Hey, free.
We shouldn't be doing it free. MYA.
Hey, free.
Free.
MYA. So, and then they started women outcome, and we take a few minutes now. You share your team Ghana. At least you say this is a competition now. You called final the last time in 2006. You try. I see a better competition where you to me NG. Now say no mama ye ding Eddie Amaye. You call outcome the last time I bought outcome no be 2018 I host to ya 2020 COVID into ya but 2022 Morocco ye ntimi anko. Ye new opportunity ye call Morocco bi o ma kwa defending champions South Africa and ye new more group 5 times or more final they lost all fortunately they were able to win. Only say interested in the South 2022 outcome no it was the first time both Nigeria and I say neither Nigeria or Equatorial Guinea aqua final. No. Since I started outcome no say Nigeria new final Equatorial Guinea was final. Yes. But ya tena honom sa momu ina baba besan ya Nigeria a share 2006 Adom host 2 year. Nti ma say CAF for a lot of publicity on this outcome. At least he can come increase.
Yeah.
Nti good for women's football in Africa. Yeah, CAF Women's Champions League in Ade. Yeah, bobo. Yeah, share beautiful ladies from there to be 3 weeks on Babe Gracie Africa continent, you know. And I'm happy say at least Ghana etuma kwa PMA or ya kwa competition be. Ye team no nya that impressive and extraordinary team be because we have a lot of young girls with team in so many of them so that exposure
inexperienced side that they have.
Thank you. An inexperienced side Aukon and a Wafcon. That's why I say Wafcon. An inexperienced side there they call Wafcon. But ye did say a nation like Ghana your history of competition what will be a pressure one or so pan I came last Borgen. Yes, say no there it's good so because I say the pressure and team no. But many need so because so no so kwa be free more group stage.
So see Okoje.
On ka so Okoje.
He said it.
Also on kwa so Okoje.
He's not said it.
There was on ka so Okoje. That's what I mean.
Yes.
Also on ka so Okoje.
On ka so Okoje but Ghana e be make
they're going to do well.
Yes,
they're going to maintain their status and all.
Yes.
Wasisana no. If I'm not wrong, he said he's going there to win.
On a CAF interview no. On a CAF interview no yeah no. Or say Ghana a powerhouse of Africa. You would deal with Africa. Na on CAF say you be call competition no. Bet you bet my surprise package the man for. I said sana na obo ne tofa they are going to week when the squad buy and which squad na omo the normal names na you nim so ombebo competition we mo no. Definitely omo na dey omo ba so ombebo competition no. Just that a few of the young girls na omo ba competition we mo no. Yen shada ehu so much my team no. Omo ba bi wa be 20 minutes, be 15 minutes and few of the experienced players say Janet Ejuri. Mu nyina en ka team no. A lady has been in the team for so many years. Wa both team na ba until competition we kono. Na do agi say o nka ye wo bi ti say Janet Ejuri bi wo team no ma ba bi say won say Janet Ejuri mu kra wo team no no. Ye koya ekokodo yen. We have not seen much of the Black Queens in recent years. Ye ko tournament in fact just like I said even in 2018 I was to Oklahoma no. Ye ko we will go through the squad yen no fast
now. That's the group stage in the Korea they are no.
Oh. Mr. Body.
The Korea says
we didn't make it out of the group stage.
Ayo bro for now can me make can we and one make it out of the group stage can we
man yeah group with them and ko yen
say what coach ni ba ya these are the 3 goalkeepers or use aye McCarthy no Cynthia Fendeb na afia menyaku but one of the games for boy no obo McCarthy so nye goalkeeper obaka say or yeah household name our Black Queens team no only say a goalkeeping problem. Truth be told, I'm not really impressed with your goalkeeping.
I think Cynthia stands tall.
Yes, or no, number 1 for some time now. But I feel menyaku no so no time na your former coach no not how you no. And came by no or no assistance goalkeepers no. I don't know. Bia no believe say Mame so men try na minya more experience and I say obi a me gidi so obetuma aboa me because Kim Lance na wo hwe no ne style ne philosophy na playing from the back ntie bia ono so hwe goalkeeper ne nan eye very good man no and McCarthy is very good aba ne nan a your friendly matches are born and say any Beni yes Beni 4-2 yes also Koko wini against Malawi Malawi the ball first game 3-1 and send Nigeria for Eddie Ababe to your proper position. On my reality check, you can be beating Malawi, you can be beating Benin, but these are the big girls are here Bababo competition, you know. Because Obia will follow Nigeria, Obia need Nigeria team to be a Nigeria and a benchmark of Africa when it comes to women's football. Then South Africa. South Africa might be defending champions, but you don't expect South Africa equal competition with even when you're rating now, what is South Africa better number one? Definitely you put Nigeria number one because of exposure, because of experience. They have 6 times World Footballer of the Year in their team. Omo Asisa Toshola. And the second highest order are Nigeria for the Bema, Order of the Niger. Omo Diaman, to a member of the Order of the Niger. And you are going to meet them. Let's go back and look at Alice Kusi. She's one player, Nimsa Ghana for Bebreni, and also be obey to my ABB. This lady from Abu Dhabi SC, last season, and not joining a team. No. Yes. No. I wanted us to look at Alice Kusi rather. Alice Kusi from Al Ali Jeddah. About Champions League ni be this season. Al Ali Jeddah no defending champions not joining you. They've done very well this season. Unkwabasha 5 goals or provided 11 assists. Your boy friendly match you when opportunity I should go and she scored a hat-trick. Time I Rwanda elbow sa double leg na they qualify echo the next stage, you know. So she's a very experienced player in the team. These are the few experienced players I know. On one Kasano coming into this competition on top form. This season she's played so wanty. One car for Krano every key players or Mujidi say or make to me and make him mark out competition with no. Alice Kusi was one of them. I know Moshe say no. Say Ghana for betu mako yenim. Say your team ya yedi ko ejidi say betu mabo bra or you one of them.
Okay.
For Adubia de yenim no da. Unfortunately, unim say now can Masood team na 2018 or moko na 20 World Cup no. And no pride. She was injured for about 6-7 months.
Very good player.
Yeah. And she's 25 now.
And you don't need the player na man ball under 20 at the same time.
Yes. Also Bobisa or Bo Queens. No about under 20. Under 20.
Yeah, fly no.
Yes, under 20 World Cup no crowd so went to me anko. And a team no ka say team no ko visit no. I will fear no oguta crutches and you know. She's an experienced player. We bought Champions League, European Champions League. We Bobby. Time away Israel no. The club na no more Israel no. She played in the Champions League. And Sana Oba Asia and so Abe perform. So she is also one player among Foni Ewon ho because open the few experienced players she is one of them. Only up to 50 cap and from out the Black Queens. But at least a few caps are winning no. Oh ye ebia Porsche Boache. Oh yeah, more than 100 caps at the free war. She's the next most experienced player in the team.
Right.
And if Ghana will at least make a mark in this competition, we expect to say be a person to be able to my baby. Wow. Doris Boudou is our poster girl.
Fantastic.
Make no mistake. Also Israel.
Yeah.
Hapal Katamon. This is in. She did very well.
We seem to have foreign players in this team.
Yeah.
Dominating.
Confess na Black Queen say
yes.
Soccer intellectuals.
Yes. Hazakes lady.
Yeah.
And so forth. And then you have a lot of foreign-based players.
Beautiful.
Yes. And this lady plays in Israel. This season she was very she played very well for the team. She played up more than 30 games.
She's good.
This season at the moment. And she's just 22. Unknown the poster girl. Calf for a year as number 1. Say Ghana for him. Say Ghana for be bibia. Ya bebo Doris Mudia Bobo Muinadi. Ya bebo Bobiadi. Bet. Obebo Portia mo Abobo Alice mo ni obia be Doris. And a Ghana for him say you bet to Masha. And she's leading our attack for us. She will do wonders for us. I don't expect too much pressure say about corner so. Maybe competition we definitely will get into the quarterfinals. That is my target. Okay, in South Africa, those games are able, especially Monday game, no. And the best testing we will lose against South Africa. South Africa will beat us, but we will qualify. No, South Africa will beat us. South Africa about competition with arguably the best manager, female manager on the continent. Desiree Ellis. About Tottenham for 11 years. 4 years later, we coach for 10 years. From Tottenham, and we coach South Africa. And she's been in the chair for about 9-10 years. On one case, as a player, former midfielder, she scored more than 350 goals. You think it's easy? In one case, naturally, born no anymore. And no sabe coach and so no. Or you won the Jama South Africa. No quite final. Do finally, baby, I coach and that's what Mobos is here. The last time they played there, they beat the host nation and they won the competition. Hence, who underrated such a manager over into the competition? Sure. Make us say, or no, why establishing who I will do money. Came last by ye, Bosom Bear me and sign 90. And to on shadow establishing who P were doing. And all look at South Africa for squad no very well. It's a squad or more 2022 no. When I check about 80 to 90% of the squad and the competition way. Why? Yes. Into defending champions no. Omukra the entire squad. In fact, Omo first 11 now. You have about 9 or 8 players. More 2022 no. Okay. Just like I was talking about South Africa and you look at Nigeria. Nigeria didn't say even the competition way, don't Nigeria say their sister to show and the last competition. But even Obekobium crowd, or more Rashida Dajiba. Wow. So Rashida.
Now when now Obo players to one gas of more comfort your body.
Obeba.
Okay.
Comfort your boy,
small girl.
Comfort your boy is 18 years. And she's our best defender. Fantastic. With all due respect to all the defenders.
Fantastic. On
the Lydia and Pemda, Eddie Omo Women Champions League or Ivory Coast, you know. At that tender age of 16, on an airborne penalties, man, Pemda. Solid. And see, so what are your players now? Only comfort your boy. Defender and Pemda just 18 years.
Fantastic.
And she's a centre back.
Oh, yeah, good.
And she say, Portia experience no way, Chirono. How no bet me dia guide this young girl. Konkontiba, you know. Ocean and crowd will be just yeah. She's a very young defender. And when they went to
the motor
if 18 years you fool.
Sir, Ebiane Huni.
Share 18 years of we in bed 20 crowd. And that's what for crowd starting.
Okay.
And now you go through the squad, you know. On say Makati ya mekan 4 caps pen wenya. E chiro your team no. Cynthia and the 16. Enti o hwe team na
as a Cynthia na chidodo.
And na chidodo. O hwe Afia Manyaku just 2. Hwe Louisa 3. Central defender. Enti most of the players are ye more competition ni mu ni na no. A new entirely new team and I say from performance or more than they do of Black Stars and that's opportunity to many about Black Star no. Only say averagely. Now me check about 50% of the squad about less than 20 games. Yeah, about 50% of the squad. And any team Obamom that pressure say be omo kono mo kwa koye nkonya akoko so magic and akwa koye bibi e dey amaye team no. But just a few one me give say pressure no just like I said obia ye na ye hwe ni mu so baby bi dia man Doris Bodua we are looking at Prince Adubia omo na ye hwe omanim so baby then Alice Kusi in the midfield for the back ye hwe say be a Porsche and the experience Porsche has more than and say or more than 100 caps we a Chantel or 62 honestly a midfielder Legon City's Lioness and he you one of the midfielders
6 and 2 and 62
6 caps sorry and 2 goals and honestly one of the few players I hear just say
midfield Sumala
yes so okay we are not from under 20 okay
right
so this is Presla Dubia to 22 then you go to Kemlas who is the head coach you look at the technical team I
wow
we any hope bebre ma team no and also in say ya ba mabu ma team no truth be told
yes on be we abekun sika ho
omo form sika mo
say me ma
omo ntua amoka
o say stories the ate man the musika ta kempa
omo the girls nika
Monday na meboa
before Monday
we will lose to South Africa let's not I want us to be real
Etina ya say you just hear this supporting black yes and
we will beat Tanzania
yeah
we will beat Tanzania say Eastern and Central Africa, only the only team who qualify. Tanzania Togo be show 2-0 Wolomeo. No, but they qualify. So we will qualify to the next stage. but South Africa will beat us. We only wish them well.
Oh, let's
be realistic so that they will know.
That's
okay, so Palmeiras also where they win
1.5
and yeah, beba share Paris Saint-Germain. And so Omuni B. Okay, double chance and both team to score. And no. And you Bayern Munich, right? Yeah. Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich. Okay. And you both team to score. And so double chance and both teams to score. Okay. And Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. And so give me a double chance for Real Madrid. And I feel into double chance for Real Madrid.
From October, I'm checking the year feedback and they said this is not a slip we want to show. Joe was see Donko Bakery. Also, her show no live on any banner sharing. Joe, fantastic morning going out to you. For our top panel, tea panel, bread panel, bread panel, ma. Yes, the same thing now here, the same thing, and I would kind share, you okay, fantastic morning going out to Doris. Also, sharing on pages. Kololo, every Kololo, Mabako. Fantastic morning and come up our sharing and none of paper or pabon here bao CEO of all right, can't feel phones on your call. They're sending all their can't feel phones on.
Oh, there be me shesen and kaba, but aba.
Right. Because what I think about sounds like time new pacho. Omi enhwede na meka say vapor abeya yi na ye hu sane ye hu nsam so besi akọ
oh there be me hu ya wa ha me hu ya wa ha ntino se bi obetumi dia amami ananka mabobo ama ahwefo na afi
ma mo fa no anto so ne enhwiri ntra no I think the first one pen nka ho
okay ntia no a
yeah na enhwiri ntra Chelsea dia no
okay. And Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich. And I'm a double chance and both teams to score. And Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. A double chance. At the Real Madrid. Then we
double chance for both of them. Of them, yeah.
Oh, okay. To double chance for both of them. And both teams to score near FC Dallas and Minnesota United. I know both teams to score. And at the end, Seattle Sounders or Columbus Crew double chance. Seattle Sounders or Columbus Crew, a double chance.
Okay.
And both teams to score. Los Angeles Galaxy and the Vancouver Whitecaps. And you both teams to score. And the MLS and a month for best sound quite weekend way. And I think it's done. Both teams to score, no? Los Angeles Galaxy and Vancouver.
I see a chiro. And
some one I'm watching my bro.
You bet you know, yes. Right, see your classic campus, classic morning going out to you or the grandma, a shaman, more him, who said, what trust them, any a dust so clean, and I was a passer more share near the idea. I was going to kid one and Cassera Cassini body. Thank you, Dean. Thank you, V Power, Santoya director, and our two producer. Next to Jamia, do not do me, ever essential. Bye bye.